Welcome back, guys, to the Thai Wanderer. Today we are not in Bangkok. No, sir, we are not. Today I'm taking you guys all the way to Railay Beach in Krabi. Railay Beach in Krabi is, of course, the climbing capital of the world. It is the destination where I think all rock climbers all around the world do aspire to come here to do rock climbing at least once in their life. As you can see, as we enter the cove of Railay Beach, I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, these rock structures are amazing. I've been to other parts of the world to see mountain ranges, for example. Of course, these aren't the tallest mountains, but in terms of the shape, the form, the structures, Railay Beach has the most magnificent and unique rock structures, perfect for rock climbing anywhere that I've seen, compared to anywhere that I've seen in the world. Of course, Krabi is down south, and Railay Beach is to the, I guess, utmost east of the Krabi sort of area, province. You do have to take a speedboat here. You can take the speedboat from the Ao Nang Beach. It's only about 20 minutes speedboat. And once you get to Railay Beach, we're walking along here this path to the climbing zone where you can do rock climbing. I actually got a private guide, Mr. Lee, who's showing me around. This is my first time rock climbing in Railay Beach, so I decided to let's just get a personal guide. I didn't want to risk anything, so I decided to go through the hotel, and they, of course, are in partners with the King's Climbers on Railay Beach, and I got a guide, Mr. Lee, and he's gonna take me rock climbing. I'll show you a few routes that I would do. Mostly these aren't the most difficult of routes, but you can see when you get on this zone, it's just routes after routes. They're just different routes all set up, and there's just a lot of just friendly climbers, just taking it easy, chilling, just climbing. This is one of the first routes I did. It's probably comparable to just a beginner's route, like a 5A, 5B at most. Very easy. I just wanted you guys to see sort of what climbing is like on Railay Beach. Normally, I do climb in an indoor gym. So this climb actually was, indoor gym on top roping. I'm doing like a 6B plus, and bouldering I'm on like a V5 level. But as this is my first time doing real rock climb or real rocks, I was actually quite surprised about how challenging in terms of the moves that I was doing here was actually really easy moves. But I was actually kind of a bit surprised in terms of holds, the feeling of the holds of real rocks versus artificial indoor rock climbing. It's completely different. You kind of see the holds, but you never really know what kind of holds you're gonna get, or if they're gonna be good holds, or if they're gonna be holds that you're gonna be able to stand on. So again, this was a very first simple, easy route, just to sort of get warmed up for other more difficult routes. I did several routes on this day. One, from the thumbnail, you can see I went all the way up to about 30 meters high. But of course, I don't have much time in this video. I don't want it to be too long, so just to get for you guys to see some of the glimpse of some of the climbs that I did on this trip. And this was actually a very easy trip. We stayed at the Holiday Inn in Ao Nang, and pretty much it was just a short van ride in the morning to the pier, and from the pier to the Railay Beach was just about 20 minutes speedboat ride, and from there just about 10 minutes walking to this amazing climbing area. Now, if it's your first time, I do recommend go through one of the many climbing companies or school that they have on Railay Beach through the hotel. Most good hotels would probably have a very strong climbing school that they partner with, and honestly you don't even have to do a full day. The trip that I did this time was actually a half-day trip, which wasn't too early. The van left the hotel at around 8 a.m. We started climbing, or we arrived at the climbing zone by 9 a.m. And you climb for a good 2 hours, and pretty much that's all you need to do. As a beginner to intermediate climber, or even if you've never climbed before, I recommend to just do a half-day trip and to see if you like it or not. It's very easy to get here and then get back to the shore. Yeah, very easy. So I was quite happy that I did that quite easily. This route, next one here, was about maybe a 6A. They said it was 6A. You get to see that there's a bit more gaps in between the different sort of spots where you can rest. So this was a 6A. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Lee was amazing. I think to get a private guide like this wasn't too bad either. I think if you've never rock climbed before, or if it's your first time in Thailand and you're sort of worried about safety, I would just sort of, go ahead, get a private tour. I think it just gives you a bit of that extra safety confidence that you'll, be okay. For this half-day tour, Mr. Lee did stay by my side the whole time, made sure all my equipment was safe, made sure everything was sort of double-checked. And I think as a customer, that made me feel quite safe, quite reassured that everything was going to go well. Obviously, it was my first time rock climbing outdoors like this, in a place that I've never been to. So, I mean, if you're worried about it, especially if you're going with maybe a few friends or a family and you have your kids with you, I would highly recommend. I don't think you're going to be in Thailand often, so if you're just here like once a year, just get a private tour guide to take you climbing and be your special, tutor or teacher for that particular climbing day. It is so worth it. I think you pay just an extra 2,000 plus baht just to get a private guide. Again, it just makes you feel so much safer to have that private teacher, private guide with you. But yeah, this route was quite doable. Wasn't anything too complicated. So enjoy this climb, and explain to you sort of the next things that I do. But yeah, this was really nice. You can see how the rocks are. Beautiful, beautiful place. Highly recommend. And I am almost at the top. With real rock climbing, you sort of have to be patient. You kind of, you do have that extra, I think that extra fear factor that you could possibly fall or something could possibly go wrong, but I think in actual fact, it is very safe. I went up to check the anchors on top, and all the anchors were anchored in at the minimum of 3 points. So I think that's sort of the required safety anchor points, obviously. So it is really safe, but I think because you're in an outdoor environment, you kind of have that extra cautionary sense with you, as opposed to you're climbing in a indoor gym that you're most of the time used to. But yeah, I mean, these were some quick 2 climbs. Don't want to show you too much of the place. Hopefully you guys do come visit Railay Beach in Krabi to do some climbing yourselves. Again, to make it easy, just when you go to the hotel, just book through the hotel tour. It's a pretty standard procedure thing that the hotel tour just books a nice rock climbing half day or full day for you. And it's pretty standard, no surprises, and you'll have a great time. And here we're just cruising our way back from Railay Beach. And literally the hotel that we stayed at, or most of the hotels that you probably will stay on, is on Ao Nang Beach. which is literally the adjacent beach from Railay. So it's just sort of around a few rock structures. And again, even the speedboat ride on the way back, just magnificent types of rock structures you see. I know that there's different type of climbing. As a first timer, you probably be doing top roping, but there are like, you can do free soloing where they take you to free solo on these side structures that if you do fall, you just fall in the water. That's something you could do if you want to be a bit more adventurous. There's a lot of hiking in the caves as well, and of course there's a lot of lead climbing, obviously for more advanced climbers. But yeah, this is Railay Beach. I will take more videos if I ever do come back to this place. But yeah, and then you arrive back in Ao Nang in about 20 minutes, and then you can literally walk or take a little taxi back to your hotel. But yeah, it's a quick video, guys. If you just see, you know, the climbing capital of the world, Railay Beach. If you do like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. I am the Thai Wanderer, and see you in the next adventure. Bye bye.